So, what's next? If you don't know what I'm talking about, this year is Sonic's big 35th anniversary, and on the horizon we have let's see, 0 games coming. December had the Game Awards, nothing. Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, nothing. State of Play, nothing. Sure, I love that they're taking their time with the next game, after the monumental success Sonic has had in the 2020s, constantly breaking the franchise's old records and arguably being in its best era. They have no reason to just up and quit. They are 100% working on something big, but what is it? We know nothing so far. Literally nothing. So far, no Sonic Central has been announced, and the State of Play I originally mentioned like a million times in not only this script, but also another script, ended up actually not announcing anything either, so I had to mutilate this script to not mention it every 3 seconds. I've sat on it for days, maybe weeks, and even if we have a Sonic Central later this year, or say something gets announced at Summer Games Fest, we will probably still not have a mainline title this year, which sure, it's fine. At best we get another AA sized side game like Shadow Gens, or an Unleashed remaster, or a Heroes remaster, a Rush remaster, which sure, I would take. But what's worrying me isn't that we might not get a game this year, which would still suck considering that every anniversary has had at least a hype cycle attached to it. But what's actually worrying me is that there's no set hype cycle or any official project in sight, with Movie 4 releasing in a bit over a year. They're definitely working on something big, but 2026 might be a drought. I already know I will probably eat my words. I did my predictions video, and I also thought my video on Dash 2 would get more than 20 views in its first 14 hours, but apparently I was wrong. They might come out with a Sonic Central this month, or announce the game... Okay, never mind. This period has generally been kinda awkward, especially considering how chock-full the last few years have been for Sonic. We have just gotten Crossworlds, which, despite its incredible gameplay, seems to be in kind of a weird spot with Legend competition pissing people off, along with server issues, yada yada. The Chaotix Case Files podcast was released, which I have yet to listen to. I know I'm a fake fan, whatever. The most interesting news we've had in this period were that sales numbers for Crossworld's first month, aka October, had been reported on by a shit ton of Nintendo news accounts with titles like "Crossworld's failed to meet expectations," just for cheap clicks, knowing it'd rile people up, which it did. I originally had a whole rant about the fights going on in the community, but I don't want to do the same thing as those news accounts did and start more discourse, even just in my comment section. So I'll leave it at that. So back to the original question, what's next for Sonic? Well, we don't have an answer, but some leaks did come out, all detailing a game by the same name, Sonic Eclipse. Now, take these with a grain of salt. These are just 4chan text leaks, they have no proof or reputability attached. I will be going off the assumption that these are fake, and I recommend you do the same every time there's some sort of leak. I am discussing these because they're basically just the only thing to talk about right now in terms of Sonic. Oh, besides Tangle and Whisper getting voices in the most recent Chaotix podcast episode. That is actually kinda sick. Okay, so into the leaks. The game is described as an open world with some sort of dimension switching time travel mechanic utilizing Sonic and Shadow. The environment mentioned in these leaks seems to consistently be a city, and the game also is said to lack the boost and instead be focused on momentum and a new mechanic called the Burst, which is legitimately just a boost from Advanced 2 and 3. I tell you all to watch my video on that, but man, this shit is not up to even just my current standard for videos. The audio quality especially is pitiful. Sage is also set to return in Sonic Eclipse. The city would also have a lot more characters as NPCs, some of her details also including some playable characters that you unlock later, and a font similar to Secret Rings font for the title, and it's apparently also not supposed to release for the Switch 1, which if this leak is true, God bless bro, oh my god, thanks. Other consistent things in these leaks are an Unleashed remaster, but the details vary between leaks, and a new Crossworlds pass with more stages similar to the booster course in Mario Kart 8. Now, these leaks have already been falling apart in terms of credibility these last few days. The first thing that people found out is that the announcement dates just like did not line up. They said it was going to be announced at like the Game Awards, which obviously didn't happen. And apparently Tangle's voice was leaked in one of these leaks, but the voice actor that they said was gonna voice her legitimately just does not line up. So yeah, that basically means just it's fake by default. Oh wait, and there's also one just detailing how a janitor at Sega saw the game and not only remembered all the details, but was also enough of a Sonic fan to like tell what the fuck was going on and report it to their friend like, okay man, sure, the shit cannot be real. In any case, we'll just have to wait until Sonic Central or worst case scenario, Summer Games Fest. So yeah, might as well just kill all your excitement now, we will be waiting a while. Sonic Team has not shown up at any announcement show in the last months, so they're probably not ready to show, like, anything yet. We can't really do anything about it, but give them their time and hope that they end up delivering a good product. After all, they've received a shit ton of incredibly valuable feedback from Frontiers and Shadow Generations, and both games were still received very well. So, more likely than not, we are going to get an incredible game. Or Sonic Team's gonna get crunched, not have any budget again, and we're back to square -1, because all the trust we've rebuilt would be gone. Let's hope it's not the latter. Well, in any case, have a nice day, like to the channel and subscribe the video to the Loo. Whoa. Whoa.